Hey everyone, really appreciate you coming in.
And lead on AgentKit for CDP.
Yeah, and we really appreciate you coming out. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about AgentKit, how to get started, and provide you some motivation behind why we created it and where we think the agent space is going. So the whole goal of the Coinbase developer platform is to make it as easy as possible to interact with all sorts of different on-chain functionality. We think that we can live in a world where it's not just the 25 to 50,000 Web3 developers who are developing on-chain, but anyone. Whether that be AI developers, Web2 developers, whatever, we want to make it as simple as possible. To help us achieve that goal, we've created several tools that make it very, very easy to start integrating crypto functionality. We have wallets, both a smart wallet and an MPC wallet, so that a user can have front-end interactions or back-end interactions. We have an on-ramp where you can use Apple Pay or a debit card to deposit up to $500 into an on-chain activity with no KYC required. We've got a paymaster to sponsor users' gas transactions. We have webhooks to allow you to grab on-chain data and events. And our Coinbase Developer Platform SDK, which is powering our agent kits, uses single-line functions in Python and TypeScript to make it as simple as possible to do whatever you could possibly want.
Awesome. Yeah, so the bulk of this presentation will actually be getting everyone here set up with AgentKit and Replit, briefly going over what AgentKit is. AgentKit is CDP's way of enabling AI agents to interact on-chain. It gives agents a voice and power to express themselves, ending it on a variety of AI frameworks, namely LangChain and Swarm. AgentKit is model and AI framework agnostic and meant to be very extensible. It allows you to interact with agents and transfer funds, swap, pretty much anything you can think of in Web3 you can do now as an AI agent autonomously.
Yeah, so there are a lot of really interesting applications that I think you can build with agents, and I truly believe it's going to be the way that everyone's using on-chain interactions in the future. I don't think there's any need for you to have to download a wallet, set up a passkey or a private key, most generic way possible, and allow these agents to start doing things on your behalf. One of my favorite examples is the idea of a financial advisor agent, not just in a basket of DeFi protocols, but also RWAs, stables, whatever makes the most sense for you and your goals that you tell the agent. All of this could happen through a chat interface, sure, but if we start thinking about where agents are going, we get to a world where you could have a phone call with your agent, and it sounds just like a natural human, but you're getting all the benefits of agentic operation, autonomous execution, and everything else that comes with this new intent-based environment that we're seeing. Already integrated this into a TEE, which allows your agent to be the only one in control of the private keys. And we see this being very extensible to whatever you're building, to either give users an interaction point with the agent or allow the agent to run entirely on its own and just be its own little...
Awesome. Yeah, so you'll see we're going to go through these slides pretty fast. The real beauty of the AgentKit docs, you can use that QR code. I hope everyone has a laptop. We're going to actually try to get everyone in the next 20 minutes to get set up with the AgentKit Replit and start actually interacting on-chain with the agent via natural language. So let's go ahead and get started. Right here, let's use the QR code and sign up on CDP portal to generate an API key. Once we have that, we're going to give everyone an OpenAI API key to use the LLM API for their agent, and then we'll get the Replit set up and let's start interacting on chain. Let's let us or anyone in the CDP shirts know if you have any issues getting set up with the API key, and we'll come around and help. Okay, so the next step, as you know, is we'll need an OpenAI API key for hacking this weekend. I have a key that's just in a Google Doc here that I can grant you access to. So everyone, go ahead and get that API key for the workshop. Please don't DDoS the workshop. There's not very much money on the key.
Yeah, so while you're all doing that, we are model agnostic. We've been using OpenAI specifically because it's so easy to get started, and that's what the default provider we support is. But there's a lot of interesting use cases that you could think about around fine-tuning your own model that has better understanding of on-chain interactions and transactions, giving you either cheaper inference costs, using a smaller model to save on some activities while using a higher end one on others. Lots of different opportunities when it comes to having a decentralized model. Decentralized hosted as well. Maybe there's some way you could do an integration that doesn't require you to go through the OpenAI portal. Lots of different opportunities there. Happy to talk about those at length with anyone who's interested as well.
Let everyone get the QR code, and then I'll grant everyone access at once. Does anyone need more time to scan the QR code? All right, now that everyone has access, next step, we're going to go and clone the AgentKit Replit template, and we can add the invars in the Replit secrets that we've just configured, and then we can get started with interacting on chain with your agent.
Yeah, even if you're on mobile, like it still should be a very easy process. You're not going to need to write any code here. It's just quite literally copying, pasting things, and clicking run. And then all of this work will translate over very easily to your desktop environment. So if you're still on mobile, highly recommend going through this flow up at it all. And now you have an AI agent on your phone, which I think is pretty cool.
Once everyone gets the Replit template off the QR code, we're actually going to stop sharing the presentation, and we'll pull up the Replit template on our side and start interacting with an agent so everyone can see. All right, so this demo AgentKit Replit, you can run and interact with your agent. You can ask it questions.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want here. If anyone's had any issues getting to this point, let us know. But
I think someone already got us with the OpenAI key. We're going to switch to a new key for us. Give us one moment.
Yes. So our Replit templates, we think, are the easiest way to get up and running. It solves a lot of the issues that I really hate about having alt layer promo codes, so that if you want to deploy an agent kit inside of a TEE, we're able to help you with that as well. That way you're going to be able to have your agent be the only one who actually has ownership of this wallet. So you could run it in some sort of mode that would not allow the developer to start rugging the keys. And we're back now with a new address. So you can ask things like, what address is your network? What wallet is your network on? Any balances that it has. You can invoke whatever contract you want. You can deploy tokens. What we really want to see this week is anything that extends the agent functionality in any way. There's numerous ways to think about this. One is to allow the agent to run autonomously, posting on Twitter and making trades or interactions. Other things you could do are around integrations with other Web 2 APIs. So maybe searching the internet and providing you with more insight into what kind of trades you should get some expert opinion about something from someone. Read your emails, pay somebody to go respond to them. All sorts of different things you can do when you start to think about the integrations of Web 2 with Web 3. And we're really excited to see what you all can come up with. If you have any questions as we go through this, anything that's cool, we want to create a whole ecosystem of people and developers building out new features into AgentKit. Maybe add some of those as official PRs in our templates so that anyone who starts to use AgentKit can start to use your code as well. A lot of opportunities here. It's a very early.
Awesome. While Lincoln's been talking, I've been doing a few things. As you can see on Base Sepolia, which is the network that the AgentKit Replit defaults to, we do have faucets for testnet funds that you can get testnet funds super easily just by asking the agent to do so. This makes the agent perfect for quickly getting set up with other hackathon projects, even if you're not very simple to integrate with. We can also do more complex things like deploy bonding curve tokens using Zora's.
Yeah, another thing to call out too is in the secrets, you might see a network ID. This is optional. Base Sepolia is Base Sepolia, obvious options.
Also, just as a bonus, we also have the Replit template that has the Twitter integration set up. This is the one that I'm using currently. You can find it on Coinbase Dev on Replit X Twitter by AgentKit. Up in the top left there, you can search that pretty easily, and so you can do things like this. And that actually did post to a test Twitter account, and so All you have to do is you add a few more API keys for Twitter and give it access to its own account or your account, and it'll post for you based on whatever you're at.
And you can have the agent being the only one thinking through these actions, deciding to first deploy a token, then promote it on Twitter, respond to people who mention it, all sorts of different opportunities here when you really start to dig into the potential of having something that has the capabilities of a human with the
CDP, Agent Kit, Crypto by AI as a vertical in general, or the hackathon. So please feel free to just. Okay, so far what we've shown is primarily based off the CDP SDK, which is Coinbase Developer Platform's backend SDK. Onchain Kit is our front-end equivalent. It's a separate SDK that is a set of web options such as swap, base names, transfers, wallet connect, checkout and on-ramp as well. And as of a few days ago, announced during the main conference, Onchain Kit now has, we'll share details at the booth that has those Replit templates as well, where you can fork those and get started and use those for the hackathon if you want to build full stack apps as well.
One of our prizes is around an on-chain kit and agent kit integration. Something Apple Pay or with a debit card and deposit up to $500 with no KYC immediately into their agent so they can start interacting with it. We also have a Coinbase Commerce, like a checkout button for your app. So if you're looking into having some sort of store integration, maybe you want your agents to buy things, you can very easily integrate that and create a very seamless experience for both your end users and your agents.
Arbitrary smart contract, you can just add the ABI in the invoke contract call. There's documentation that'll show you how to do so. For token deployments, we have cached and verified contract bytecode for ERC20, 1155, and 720 if you're familiar as the basis point for those token deployments. For the bonding curve tokens,
What we have right now, we're looking into arbitrary contract deployments as well. If that's something you think you could hack on or build out, like by all means. But
yeah. One thing to call out is also, any action for your agent that you can build independently with the CDP SDK. And so any dApp protocol that involves smart contract invocations, reads, writes, etc., you can add within like 5 or 6 lines of code, very straightforward. And then if anyone has any questions or needs any help with that, feel free to come by the booth. We'll be there all day long, every single day, to make sure that you can get started with that pretty quickly and get your agent engaging with your protocol of choice.